What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, on the last episode of the Pacific, we left off with pretty much seeing all the troops heading out to the Pacific, basically, because as opposed to like other different regiments and companies during World War II, in this one, we're obviously following a group that's mainly fighting against the Japanese, because obviously during World War II, it wasn't just necessarily Germans that most were fighting against, because obviously the Japanese were also during this time of another threat that obviously had to be dealt with. Now, in the last episode, we mainly were following the character Lucky, or however you pronounce it, but regardless, obviously we've got a little bit of his story and most of his troubles that he's going through, obviously with his brother, for instance, having like a mummer in his heart or something, or however you pronounce it, obviously, where it keeps someone from being able to do like hard activities and a lot of that. So yeah, like I said, obviously he's been the main ones we followed so far. Now, what else? Yeah, obviously they had their first battle in the last episode as well, and I gotta say, they got right into it right away. Like, it wasn't no training arc or running up curry or any of that. It was just straight on into it. But I mean, so far I've seen that this is pretty much a pretty fast-paced show. Not too many of the episodes are that long, and they pretty much, from what I've seen, they pretty much just get to the point right away. But I mean, regardless though, the last episode was really good. It was a really great introduction into it. I pretty much know exactly what to expect from this series, because that first episode was pretty brutal, especially with a lot of those bodies on the beach. That really shook me to my core, I won't lie. But with that being said, we're going to go on ahead and jump right on into the second episode, which is called Basilone. I'm guessing that's probably some kind of Italian name or something. At least that's what it kind of sounds like. But yep, let's go on ahead and get right into this. And away we go.
You see Briggs? His men?
No, sir.
Oh my God, bruh, man. They just be catching me with this stuff. Oh! It's in his neck. He done. Anytime it's deep red like that, it's not good. Wow, that's an instant. That's instantly. He not even up anymore.
You hit it. No.
Supper's on, supper's on.
Got anything good? What are those?
Army rations.
That was around the time of the First World War.
After you suck on them for about an hour or two,
Is this all you could find?
you fucking forage next time.
I'm about to say, you better be thankful you got that, to be honest with you. I mean, you gotta take whatever you can take. I ain't gonna lie, that's actually a pretty nice little setup that they built out there. Oh man. Whew. Oh, there was bugs and stuff in those potatoes. Nah, I'm passing on that. I'm passing on that. Give me an apple or orange or something. I ain't taking that. I don't know. You just have to be real desperate.
The Americans on this island are not ordinary troops, but Marines. A special force recruited from jails and insane asylums for bloodlust.
Move out of the way. They ain't stopping. I mean, to be honest with you, if they're driving full speed and they show no sign of stopping, you just got to get out of the way. I mean, there's no point in arguing with it. They're just scrambling around to get their supplies and a lot of different things. Seems like that's some kind of a, not like a warning, but it seems like it's something that they got to do quickly because they ain't gonna have a lot of time to get it done.
From the 164th's raising hell about somebody breaking into his trunk and stealing a box of cigars.
And shoes.
Not just any shoes, said they're his favorite pair of moccasins.
He's wearing them.
Oh my God, these are amazing.
Ooh. They're going crazy on them things. You about to throw up?
Peaches. Your new name is Peaches. You got it, Peaches. You gotta write beer about this.
Oh, it's coming. Oh, where'd that dog come from? Woo, yeah, them trees went to tumbling.
Now, it's been a quiet sector. It's rough terrain. Topside thinks the Japs are going to attack up by the Mechanical, hoping that they can run their armor up the coast road right into the airfield. If that happens, they might pull me. Put him up north to reinforce the 5th and the 1st Marines. And that is going to leave us alone, singled up on the line. Now, if the Japs do break through, and they retake the airfield, our orders are to take to the jungles and fight as guerrillas.
Wow.
This is not going to happen.
So basically, if you lose your stronghold, you got to go up into the forest and basically become wild animals. Utilize the environment to your advantage. At least that's what I got from it.
Sir, it's Briggs at the outpost.
Fuller, report, over.
I got the whole headed your way.
Oh, that's good. They at least got a way to know specifically when they're coming, so that way they don't necessarily get caught off guard completely. Oh, they just coming out. Oh no, he didn't took him out. What they doing? Are they strangling them? Oh! Oh man, nah, this is. Well, they looking at him. Seems to me he's doing his job, in my opinion. If it works, it works. Okay, he's good. Nothing happened. I thought maybe something came off of him. Can't even open it because his hand burnt. Oh, but I mess with them bodies.
Doesn't matter. I'm enlisting tomorrow.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I don't need your permission, Father.
The worst thing about treating those combat boys from the Great War wasn't the flesh torn. It was that they had had their souls torn out. I don't want to look in your eyes someday and see no spark, no life. That would break my heart.
Basically just trying to give you a warning that if you go into it, you're not going to come back out the way you used to. Oh, well.
After supper, I'll take him for a walk. Thank you, Father. Come on, Deacon.
I hate to say it, but something tells me he might suffer a worse fate than what the father initially didn't want.
Finally leaving this shithole.
Oh man, they gotta climb them ropes. I can remember a time back in school, we used to do like some kind of activity like this on the playground, climbing some. I don't know what they were called. It was like some kind of ropes that you climb on one side and then get off them on the other.
Hey, we heard there was some coffee.
Coffee?
Shit, I can get you guys some coffee.
Milk and sugar? So how bad was it?
Very.
Because I heard it was bad.
I think it's best you don't ask, but that right there pretty much gave him the answer.
What do you mean?
I mean, before you got here, have you ever even heard of this place?
Everybody's heard of Guadalcanal under 1st Marine Division.
You guys on the front page of every newspaper in America.
You're heroes back home.
Well, I guess giving them a little something to feel proud of. But I ain't gonna lie, the little silence that they gave him before he talked about them being in the newspaper was actually really good, because they didn't have to say, that was the end of the episode, but they didn't have to say specifically what it was like, because their silence itself pretty much gave him all the answers he needed. And I gotta say, this episode was definitely pretty, it was a pretty heavy episode, because, you know, it was a good couple of losses on both sides, really, like with the Japanese obviously throwing all their soldiers out into the fold. Like, that's still crazy though, because seeing them just run head first into all that fire, no plan whatsoever, just going straight on into the line of fire. That was some crazy stuff, just because of the fact that it was pretty much no battle tactics into that. It was just this bunch right here gets mowed down, and then another bunch go and they get mowed down. Like, I ain't never seen nothing like that. And I imagine that was something that probably was happening a lot back during the wars and a lot of those other battles, because it seemed like when they had disposable soldiers that they could just throw out into the flames, they would do that. But also, you know, not towards the end, but towards the second part of the end, when we saw the other brother basically getting his little heart hearing from his father, we pretty much see that no matter what he thinks his condition is in general, he's gonna fight regardless, because that's obviously what he's been shown to be to his own core. And I like that little part where his father pretty much had told him that if he goes into that war and those battles, he's not going to return the same way if he manages to return, because he himself has already seen it up close. And you could still tell though that they both had some real deep respect for one another, just because he understands exactly why his son wants to do that specifically. And then the son himself also understands straight from the father exactly why he doesn't want him to do it neither. But at the same time, they both know exactly what most likely needs to be done for the greater good. But what else? I feel like there's something else. I don't want to miss it. But I think I pretty much covered most of the main points and a lot of the specific details. But yeah, obviously there was a lot of people getting taken out in this, obviously, on both sides. And, you know, like I said at the end, when they were talking about how pretty much it's just hard to digest in general, losing someone that you were kind of starting to get close with, you know, it's pretty hard to get over in general. But like I said, you know, you just sometimes you can deliver the punches, and other times you're just gonna have to take them, because that's just the type of outcomes that happen in the wars. But yeah, this is another great episode. Obviously, another fast-paced episode. Like I said, none of the episodes are really unreasonably that long, but you know, they still get to the point and they still tell the story that they're trying to tell. And you know, I appreciate that from this series, obviously, and its ability to make them shorter but still get the whole point across of what they're trying to do. But yeah, that's the end of the episode number 2. Obviously, we'll be back on here for episode number 3. So, you know, make sure that you like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and I'll make sure to see you all in the next one.